Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we started working through the Steam Age with modern industrialization, by which I mean we have the coke oven running and we have the steam blast furnace, which this thing produces coke, which I don't, which you use to make steel very, 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 very slowly. I'm sure you upgrade these eventually, but for right now, these are just like really not worth it. And does this have other uses besides just being a pretty decent fuel source, like better than regular coal? No, not really seeming like it. Um, nope, it's just a better than coal fuel source, and this one lets you get uncooked fuel. Yeah, yeah, eventually I think these get upgraded, but for right now they kind of suck. Anyways, it took us that long, all of episode basically, to set these two up and go over some of the basic machines and set up our steam production boiler here. So anyways, today we're gonna keep going. Um, we're gonna hope to finish at least the steam age, maybe start up on the electric age, I guess. Endgame seems like it might get fun. The quantum boots is the infinite damage sword. Like, how does this work? Take an alloy paxel, get a quantum upgrade. How do you get a quantum upgrade? Assembler with this stuff. Uh, Ultra Tense. Yeah, that's just going to keep going down that route, isn't it? Where it's just like, yeah, that's kind of silly. Anyways, I am jumping ahead. A digital age could be cool. Electric age could be cool. Steam age. We're still back here. All multi-blocks are defined by the hatches put in them. Upgrading these hatches in the multi-blocks will upgrade the machines as a whole. Got it. Thank you. So, yes, they do get upgraded. Anyway, I just clicked off the game. So, we made it through here. We have the macerator, the compressor, we have the steam boiler, and then we have these two machines. We're working towards producing steam versions of everything. And it looks like these are... Oh yeah, the steam quarry was actually one that sounded like it could be pretty good. I should probably look at that one as well. But let's just continue going in order. So steel upgrades require bronze rods, gears, and rotors, and a machine casing, plus more fire clay bricks. I was really hoping never to have to make another one of those things in my life. Um, oh, I have exactly one left. Cool. So we're gonna need one of these. We're gonna need some of these. And then we need to figure out... Let's just save this recipe real quick. We get two of them. These machines are 8 steel plates and a steel gear. Steel gears, pretty simple, and 8 steel plates is, again, pretty simple. Cool. So where is our... Oh yeah, I moved it. Oh, no. What did I do with this thing right here? Let's grab this thing and move it over. We have the one that uses steam, but the steam one is actually just so much slower. Like, do everything by hand, or this one, which can be automated, which is just like super slow. So what? I'm going to need one steel gear, and then I'm going to need to grab out steel. Left it all behind. There it is. So steel gear, like so, and then 8 of these, and that's just more efficient than using 2 steels per 1 plate, like so, and like so. And I let go. Thank you. Steel machine casing. We're gonna need a bunch of these. Cooked, uncooked, steel. Now, from there, steel machine casing and steel upgrade, and then we'll be able to enter the steel age. Um, Bronze gears are easy enough. I'm gonna need 2 of those. Bronze rods are, again, easy enough with this. Just need to grab bronze. 1, 2 for gears, and then I have a bunch of bronze in here, and then I have plenty more saved up over in there as well. So let's just make 2 sets of that thing. I think I'm gonna need it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Like so. Gets us the gear, meaning we're just missing the rotors, which require all of that stuff. Bronze ring, extra rods and bolts. Bolts. Ah, I see. Here we go. Oh no, you can make bolts in the thing. But let's see, it's 1 for 4 versus 1 rod for 2. So we're gonna need that cutting machine eventually, but right now we don't need it yet. So let's see. I should grab extra bronze real quick. There's just like so many steps to go through for all of this stuff. It's just like make this thing, use it to make this thing, use it to make this thing, and you're just going through this whole loop. So there's that. Bolts. How many of those do I need? I need one rotor, which requires 4 bolts. Got it. Blades are an extra set of 4. Wait, no, you only get them. 1 extra rod, 2 extra bronze curved plates. Um, 1, 2. 1 extra rod. I'm gonna need one of these. Thankfully, this thing is just pretty nice and lets you build everything you need, like, straight away. But you do need to make a bunch of stuff. I forgot these, which, simple enough. And simple enough? Yeah, there we go. Basically just have a whole bunch of everything on hand, it seems like. And I actually made more rods than I needed, but we do have the steel upgrade now. Cool. So there's the quest complete. It gives us 4 for free. The Steel Age. Steel machines use twice as much steam as bronze ones, but they also make up for it with twice the speed increase. Got it. Okay. So does that mean like it uses steam to like make it go faster, but is it still the same amount of steam to item, or are we getting more steam or more per piece of steam? Like, is this getting multiplied by 2 and that's getting multiplied by 4 would be the nice way of doing this, but I think it's just 2 for everything. Now, do I want to upgrade this thing real quick and see at one point it would get actually more efficient? The answer is probably never. Like, that machine is just like so fast at making steel at this point when it's all set up properly that I don't see how this thing would ever outclass it with how much goes into it. But I suppose I don't have really good batteries for these right now. Does this work? Bronze fluid input hatch? No, I cannot just use these on these. I have a feeling I could use it on the boiler, though. Yep, boiler, increase water, increase coal, increase steam. Compressor, probably still slower macerator. And that looks like it's about it for now. I started itching, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. From here, there are 4 things to look at. The steam quarry. We're probably gonna set one of these up in the mining dimension, I would guess. Is this like actually mine blocks beneath it, or is this mine pretends to mine and then just brings resources out of nowhere? Seem to function. Every user's chance to consuming the drill, better drills get better resources. You can only use copper and bronze drills. You can also use dirt to generate stones. Interesting. So it seems like this one just pretends to mine. Okay, well, we'll come back to this one. This one could be pretty important. But we're gonna need this. We're gonna need a packer. I have looked ahead, and we're going to need this for the ultra hard things or whatever we need for the ATM star. Steel unpacker unpacks things. I don't think I care. Maybe recycling parts of machines, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. You can even get easier silicon ingots and steel alloy smelter. Um, Maybe that could be useful. Uses for this include battery alloy. I think we're gonna need this battery alloy stuff, but how do you make it? Um, Mixer, mix lead and antimony. We didn't make the mixer. I think it was pretty cheap though. Or just, I don't know. There's a couple different options for just about everything. I'm just going to keep moving upwards and we'll make extra machines when we need them. I'm just going to push to the end of the age, I think. So the steel wire mill. The wire mill is able to apply just the right amount of force to make wires for us. Shocking, I know. So what's that going to need? It requires 4 more bronze gears, which we can do it. It's going to take a little bit. Another steel machine casing again. We can just do it again. And more bronze rotors. So it's a bunch of stuff. We've seen the recipe for like a bunch of times already. It's just making them all again to make a new machine. Then you make them all again to make a new machine. And you're just going to continue the cycle, aren't you? It's like the same ingredients for everything. Um, Curiosity, is this faster now, or compressor will just make it into plates? Um, Let's see, how many gears, how many different pieces did I need? 4 gears. Then I need a steel gear and 8 steel things. So I need to grab more steel here. Just grab like a full stack of everything. Um, I feel pretty confident that I can just go ahead and do this. Like, I'm going to need these many steel plates eventually. And I need to do the same thing with copper, but I need it for these because I need 2 rotors. I made too many. I need a small handful of rods. Let's do one more to be safe. I'm gonna need 4 of these things, 2 sets of bolts, and I think that might be it, but I might be misremembering something. So from here, these, 1, 2. So, is it that simple? Can I just do this already, or do I have to do more? Nope, there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And simple enough for that. Doop, doop. That didn't actually go away. That. And this is just going to be steel machine frames, right? At this point, right? Yes, it is. And I'm going to need them, so it doesn't really matter much. Steel wire frame. There we go. Neither a wire nor a mill. So the steel wire mill acquired. Quest completed. Thank you. And it gives us a couple of copper wires for free. And these are as simple as just putting copper plates into the wire mill to get them, isn't it? Yes, it is. Why is it... Why is it telling me to auto... I have no copper plates. Does this thing have other uses? Uses... Yeah, you can take aluminum plates in there or as well, or like different types of copper wire can be turned into other ones. Annealed copper wire. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple different options to go through. Super nickel, a superconductor, silver. Yeah, we'll come back to all of this stuff. Nothing too exciting for our purposes yet. So it wants us to make a finer one for this one. Using the newly constructed wire mill, we can now make wires and fine wires, which will lead us into electronics. So if I just clear... Can I... How do I clear this? Auto eject enabled. Auto eject lock editing. I don't want you making that now. And there we go. Why was lock automatically on? That's weird. Can uh what? What is lock editing disabled? One of these goes in. This that does not work right. I cannot imagine that is the intended use for that. That is weird. Copper fine wire capacity 64 just with a mouse wheel. Um Interesting. Oh, that must mean how many we hold here? Weird. This UI system is weird. Anyways, there is the wires done. It now wants us to make rubber and an analog circuit boards. Production of rubber for your move into the electric age is trivial. Automating it at the earliest will take you further than you believe. Okay, so now we need synthetic oil and paper run through a mixer to get rubber sheets. 100 paper. Why is this one 12 times? Well, this one's 2 times. It's exactly the same, isn't it? 5 seconds. 100. These are the same recipe. It is just that one is 6 times more. Why? I don't know. JEI in this mod pack is just kind of broken a little bit, and this one requires rubber sheets and a thing, and this is going to require an assembly. Oh wait, no, you can't do it in regular crafting. Never mind. So, synthetic rubbers next up on the list, I think. But what is this? Capacitance and resistance, blah. So we need a resistor, which is coal dust, and 2 of these copper fine things, and a couple pieces of paper. Okay, interesting. The assembler kind of like erases certain things from like recipes. Like this doesn't require paper anymore and will produce way more. Okay, cool. I think I have paper in here. So can I just go like so real quick? Well, I can save the recipe, but if I go like this and this, can I make paper? Yes, I can. I have seaweed in here. So we have resistors acquired, and should be simple enough. I should have done this as well. Capacitors requires rubber and copper wiring. So it wants us to make rubber at this point, which is to say synthetic rubber, or a synthetic oil. Um, Synthetic oils there, canning machine, steam blast. Runs raw synthetic through this thing. So that's why we'd want fluid in, and then we want fluid out, obviously, over here. Um, so from there, raw synthetic oil in. It is made in a mixer with carbon dust or coke dust and water. Got it. So, let's see. This is fluid in. I wonder if it can take the same fluid in. Bronze item in. Probably not. I'm probably going to have to change the item input into a secondary fluid input if I had to guess. Shouldn't be that difficult to do, but I'll figure it out in a moment. Let's build the mixer at this point, which I do not have saved. Mixer. I knew we were going to need this thing sooner rather than later. It's copper rotors and a copper gear, but otherwise a bunch of stuff we've seen already. Let me clear some stuff and get the stuff together. I don't think I forgot anything. Inventory management is going to suck this whole time. So there's a bronze gear acquired, and it gets surrounded by these things. We have the bronze casing. Easy, done. That's right there. Now it's going to be the copper rotors, which one and two should be done there. Um, one. Can I just do it again? Yes, I can. Copper rotor. So with that and that, mixed with everything else we have all together, we have the bronze mixer. Cool. Easy enough to get it running. It was just a little bit longer than expected. I should have preemptively gone ahead and made the extra fluid thing, expecting to need it, but I suppose if I don't have to, I shouldn't. I forgot I'm gonna need water into this. That's kind of an important thing. Um, I had this extra backpack I just picked up from a zombie who dropped it. Where's my extra water thing? Must have left it over at the reactor then, I think. Anyways, with the water going into it, we're just going to need coke dust in, which we do have. Um, Carbon dust is actually probably easier and definitely more plentiful. Uh, Flying just a little bit faster than I think I should. Water goes in here. I actually already have coal dust, and it's going... Nope, nope. Why on earth does that produce black dye? That's not carbon dust. That is coal dust, apparently, and the difference is important. Synthetic oil is made from blast furnacing synthetic oil, which is made from mixing carbon dust and coke dust. Carbon dust is centrifuging coal dust into carbon dust, it looks like. Or taking carbon plates and macerating them. So we would need a centrifuge first. That's not happening. Okay, so cool. I guess we do need the coke dust. I wasn't sure if we were going to just yet, but here we are. So coke dust goes in here. That will produce some raw synthetic oil. And then where are my pipes in here? Here they are. So just go like that. We're just going to turn off that. And this thing should pump out from there. So raw synthetic oil should get pumped out into here, but it is not a fluid input. So that will have to be changed. It is now holding 200 millibuckets. 200, 200. Coke is a lot slower, but we can macerate this stuff. So we can take a bunch more and just do like so. I have no idea how much of this I'm going to need. So, macerator. Let's take 16. I guess is a good starting point. And actually, I should use one of these upgrades. There we go. Steel mixer should go a lot faster now. Uh, Not really seeming like it's going much faster, but sure. And you can go in there. Let me get another fluid input hatch real quick. Okay, fluid input hatch acquired. So this should just replace this. And if I'm right, this will now fill with raw synthetic oil. And after a little bit, should in turn fluid outputs actual synthetic oil. There we go. So synthetic oil acquired. Now this stuff, we currently have 100 millibuckets. I meant to save the rubber recipe, but forgot. 100 is 2 in a second mixer. I can't really use the same one again unless I want to. Uh, yeah, I don't really know if I have a way to. Fluid auto eject disabled. I guess maybe I could try auto. Oh no, let's just do this real quick. Never mind, it does not have steam production over there. So what I would have to do is let steam build up over here, make sure it's not filling water, and just let this run through for a moment. Um, 2,000 in there. It's going to through one Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi. It's like 10 seconds per. That's like 200 seconds. I'll just see you in a couple of minutes when all the oils run through. I'm not going to build a second mixer just yet, so I don't have the right setup. And there we go. All of our synthetic oil has been smelted up. Now this, I should be able to just go like so. Let's just do it there. Just going to go ahead and make sure that's not attached to anything. And pump in from there, and this should automatically start mixing. No, I need to put some paper in here, don't I? Ooh, you can make... You can make synthetic rubber into synthetic rubber. Huh. I continue to not understand at all what JEI is talking about during some of these, because why? What on earth does this accomplish? You can add sulfur to your synthetic rubber. What do you do with the new sulfurized synthetic rubber? Nothing. Weird. So weird. Synthetic rubber. Oh, synthetic oil. Synthetic oil with sulfur added will get you synthetic rubber. Got it. So this is synthetic oil. We want to turn this into synthetic rubber, correct? Yes, we do. Or we can just add paper. Oh, I see why that... Okay, I understand. I understand now. So we add sulfur into the mix to get synthetic rubber. Which I think I still have some on me, maybe? Yes, I do. Cool. So should be as simple as just going like this, and this will run through. Oh, that takes 1,000. Oh yeah, that's gonna take 1,000 at a time and turn it into synthetic rubber. So it can only do that twice with sulfur, unless I get 4 more. Synthetic oil itself. Okay, yeah. So the more cost efficient thing I should probably do here is just go get 4 more synthetic oil. Although I don't know how to clear them back out of this machine. I don't know. I'll just put in 4 pieces of paper real quick. Or 6 pieces of paper. Just to get the rubber there. And then this stuff will get run back through. So, paper. 2 here. Just make a couple more, because why not? Actually, no, I need 8, I believe. So these get put in here. And I should do this. No, of course I messed this up. Instead of waiting like 5 minutes for this thing to empty, why didn't I just immediately go make another singularity tank? That was so much faster. Why on earth? I don't even know. Anyways, that should be disconnected. Disconnect from there. And this should then pump out synthetic rubber here. And the ones we did finish in with, the ones we did put in with the paper and synthetic oil are now rubber sheets for us here. And just to like finish the process real quick, synthetic rubber runs through and gets through like so. Although I'm going to need 18 more pieces of paper because that one is one per. So pay. This whole system's just this whole mod pack is just getting laggier and laggier as time goes on. Come on. Come on, game. Thank you. Paper helps if you spell it right. Just give me a full stop, or as much of the stuff as you can, I guess. So that will go through. We have 36 already, and it's going to pump us out another big old chunk of them. So now it wants us to take a copper plate and 2 of those to make an analog circuit board, and take 2 copper wires, 2 gold plates, and again another one to get all of that. Cool. And then from there, we're going to be entering the next stage, pretty much, right? Come on, game. Can you actually let me do something? Like every 5 seconds, it's like, okay, no more button controls for you. Okay, we're back now. The game stopped saving. So with that, I should be able to do a capacitor. Blah. That will be another one completed there. And I just need a copper plate. I knew I was forgetting something. I didn't remember which plate it was I needed, though. That goes like... Game, it gets laggier and laggier every episode. We're pretty close to the end now. I really want to finish the series. But it's just getting rougher and rougher to actually bother recording. Like, sometimes... It's not just I have so much prep work to do that I can't really get to recording. No, sometimes I just don't want to record the series. So anyways, with that, that is now everything we have there. Time to put together an analog circuit. The analog circuit. Ah, you finally made it. Usually other people took half as much time as you, but I won't hold this against you. Wow, thanks game, so nice. So 3 more wires, a couple of those resistors, couple of capacitors. So basically make another one of those things, which means making more copper wires. I should save this recipe real quick. Only the one. We have 2 resistors already, or technically we have 3, which also has a whole bunch of uses. I don't know how much of this stuff we're going to end up making. I, I don't know if I care too much about anything we don't need for the ATM star from this mod. There's just a lot to it. Oh yeah, Mixer randomly gives us some curved plates for a random reward. So, let's see. The inductor is just more copper wires and a steel rod. Simple enough on everything. Let me just clear inventory because this is one of those mods where you're never going to have any empty available space at any given time, isn't it? I can just tell. So let me get the stuff together. Oh yeah, I don't think we actually saw the steel wire mill in work, did we? So I have a couple of copper plates here. They go in and get us copper wires. So there's 4, and we're gonna go up to 8 here. Now let's see, capacitor. I need the gold plates. That's what I don't know. There's just so many things and like 0 space to work with. It's just hard to actually register what I need to do at any given moment. The capacitor acquired. That just leaves the inductor, which is 2 more copper wires and steel rod. Steel rod. Done. Copper wires means 1, 2. Can just go in like that. And I'm going to make more copper wires than I actually need, but whatever. Like so. Gives us the 8. And with the inductor and the steel rod we just made, gets us our inductor. And everything together. Oh no, I do need one more. I do need one more copper wire. I guess I didn't misjudge this. Cool. There it is. So that goes in like so. That goes in like so. And this will make another set of 2 copper wires, and thus we will be able to build the analog circuit, and thus officially be in the electric age, right? Analog circuits, RLC circuits, that's full of steam, that's full of steam. I did hook this up weird, trying to move the steam around. And I also ran some stuff through here, but did this run out of steam? Why is this not running? Oh yeah, there's no steam going into it now. That's what happened. So just do that again, and uh, this I'll just move elsewhere and just hook up eventually. I don't know, way too much stuff, way too little space. This is what I get for just not actually setting up a proper area. Instead of I did this little setup instead. So the analog circuit, and it gives us 4 for free, and it gives us a basic machine hull. This thing is going to be used for something eventually. It looks like energy input devices and electric versions of some of these machines. So from there, we enter the electric age. The only thing left in here that I care... I'm going to need this, and I'm probably going to need this eventually, but we'll come back to it. Villager traits, I don't care too much about. Electric age, no more rookie. Definitely still a rookie. The electric age, battery alloy is where we start. Ah yes, we finally made it. Welcome to the electric age. This is the real beginning of your adventure. First of all, we need battery alloy to make batteries. Shocking, I know. So this stuff is battery alloy dust, which is made in a mixer with lead dust and antimony dust, which is to say crush up antimony and crush up lead. Two things we already have, I just need to go get them. And I put away most of the stuff at this point. What? It's just gonna keep going. I'm just going to take a moment. We know some of the machines, and we know where some of the stuff is going. We need a blast-proof casing and a large advanced motor. We do not need this. We already have the other available. This was one of 2 options for it. We have the other one. So this thing, it requires our titanium rods, which is titanium, which I took a quick look through. You have to like superheat it, raw titanium with manganese sulfuric solution. And that just keeps going. Maybe I just make... I think I... Yeah, that's the one that can be changed out for the mechanical arm, right? Yeah, that's the one that can... The mechanical arm is just, like, so much easier. I don't think I ever want to make this thing. I think I just care about the blast-proof casing, which I think is the easy part here. It just needs 8 of these things, which is compressing these. You cannot do these with a hammer. These are implosion compressor, which that's gonna be a problem, but probably figure outable. Thermal machine hull. Oh no. What have I gotten myself into? I don't I know nothing about this mod. I'm really not that interested in this mod. I'm just doing it for like the specific items we need. So maybe I do the other option, the 256 thing from AE2. Just because I know how to make that one, it's just annoying. This is like so many steps towards one item that I don't even care about. I don't know. We'll keep pushing forwards a little bit. This thing, we need these. Requires this. Requires a pretty difficult looking machine. Gets us these, which is tungsten, titanium, and stainless steel. Stainless steel. I just looked at this recipe. You need cryo fluid, which you get from mixing argon and helium, which argon you get from centrifuging liquid air, centrifuges into those 3. Liquid air you get through pressurizing air intake or vacuum freezing air intake not consumed. You get through this. That's stainless steel. We're going in circles here. To get cryo fluid, you need cryo fluid. So, with the EB electric blast furnace, take stainless steel dust to get stainless steel hot. Did I just give up and go do the other thing? Argon and helium. These things you get from centrifuging air. How do you centrifuge air? That is an excellent question. God, This liquid air pressurizing that thing. I don't know. It looks like we're going in circles here, and I have no idea where my book went. Um, where is my guidebook for this mod? Here it is. So, electric age, mid-game, stainless steel, there it is. Ah, you need the vacuum freezer. You check the base materials, distillation tower. Do for the layer. And it just doesn't tell you anything. It just tells you, oh, build these machines. Okay, you missed a step. You build these machines. Thanks, game. I don't know. I'm not feeling this mod. It's... I don't know. From what I've seen from this mod, it might have some cool stuff in it. Like, the machines themselves are pretty cool. I don't know. Working with Steam feels interesting. I don't know if I care enough to know to build an anti-error gate and mix it with a couple of capacitors that you have to build every little piece by hand, or figure out like this huge complicated auto craft auto sword make everything automated. I'm not I don't know. Not my style of mod. Not just not my style of mod. Um how much harder would this thing be? Let's see. Mega item house. Simple enough there. I think these ones are, yeah, simple, simple, simple. It's just the 256M. Simple. These things, they're annoying, but I understand how they work, and I do have one case automated. I just need to make sure we have enough of all the ingredients. I don't know. I think I'm just going to say no to this mod. It is not catching my interest. Like, if we stuck with just steam power, I think I might actually be more interested, but it goes through this whole extra stuff towards like different eras, and I don't know. I don't know. Steam power is cool. Everything else that comes after it, not as interesting to me. Um, I'll decide between episodes whether or not I want to fully drop it or if I want to keep going. Right now, I'm leaning towards drop it, and we'll just move on to something else. We're over 100 episodes in this series. I just kind of want to bring the series to an end, so I'm just going to take the fastest route where I can. Either way, we're probably going to take one. Next episode, we're probably going to be taking a break from whatever we're doing ATM Star just to do the Undergarden thing, because that is the last non-ATM Star thing I want to do. And other than that, most of the other stuff is just grind to get stuff done anyways. So, yeah, for right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Star-Filled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you three so much for the extra support. So for real now, take care everybody.